What's up, everyone, and welcome back to some Alan Wake 2. We are in the Lakehouse, and we keep going further and further down. It's been really interesting. We found out that Dr. Marmont and Dr. Marmont, love that, who are both heads of research here, which is just causing lots of problems, along with Alan's story, which I think is exacerbating those problems. They are stealing artists and using them. Poor Rudolph, it looks like he's died, but he's also been immortalized in a painting that he created with the last of his blood. And then we also have Dr. Marmont, who seems to be almost like Scratch, like taken, like there's a dark version of him, and it's killed Esteviz's entire team. We're on the 4th level, which I think is where one of the offices of the Marmonts, I don't know which one, because it just says Dr. Marmont's office. I have no idea which one it is. I can't remember which one the other one was. I want to say the other one was Jules. I think this is Diana's. I think. I have to think. Okay, let's see. So many containers over here. Like, did I get them? Did I miss them? I don't know. Like, these say securely too, but I know I went to these, so it's hard to say. Recurrence back to where I started. Not level 4 threshold. Manifestation. Shifting geometry. Yeah, Dr. Marmont's office. I want to say this was hers. Abducted terrain. Literally. Okay, let's get to it then. I'm quite scared. Are these on the table? Oh, that ladder scared me. It looked like some like weird monster, especially after all those painting monsters. This one is like definitely scarier than the main game, and the main game's already scary enough. Interesting. What were you researching here? Why are these here?
Okay, black rock powder.
Oh, nice, nice.
Need to keep an eye out for more of these.
That's what I'm saying. We definitely need more. Giant boulder. I feel like it'd be so heavy. Oh. Hello. A lot of rocks, I mean. Are they? They're studying a lot of rocks and antlers specifically. I'm not sure. Ah! The ladders freak me out. They look like the things. Oops. Not today, monster. Not today. I panicked. Okay, just calm down. Stay calm. Breathe. I might just need to avoid some of them. I don't want to use all of my... I want to use everything, you know? I'm out. Nothing. Oh, come on.
Diana sat in her office. A weak desk light kept the darkness around her at bay. The silence of the archive suited her. She scowled at a series of graphs when the room turned red. Alarms blared. Breach detected. Then the walls of the archives rumbled. A tremor in the bones of the facility. One by one, the red lights went dark as a wave of nothing poured in from all sides. Diana stood, but there was nowhere to run. The sheer depth of the darkness terrified her. She realized they had done this. Her and Jules. Their ambition. Their hatred. Her desk lamp flickered. In the brief moment before it all went dark, she thought of Jules' smile.
No. Cute, but so sad. Okay. Stay calm. Stay calm. Was it necessary to create a maze in this place? Out of curiosity. Asking. I'm so scared. Oh my. Damn. Why were you so freaking strong? It was crazy. That was insane. That was like literally insane. That was so wild. He took full-on shotgun shells, like I think like 8 straight to the head. It was never ending. Shifting. I see. The question is, how the hell do I get out of here? I hate it here. Okay. I don't know which way to go, but I guess the only way is this way, actually. So I guess I do know where to go. I heard it. Oh. I was gonna just run away from it, but then there was nowhere to go. I thought there'd be a way this way, but there was not. How about some more black rock? What are your thoughts about that, game? I'll take it off your hands. No need to worry. I don't mind having it. This place sucks. I hate it here. I'm gonna start just running until I escape. At this point. Else I'm gonna not have any way of fighting anything. Can I run straight there? Is it a possibility?
This fucking maze.
I think we made it out. Whew. The annual report, Threshold Study. Progress in the Lakehouse directive to understand and suppress the Cauldron Lake threshold has improved this year. Research in the areas of threshold energy detection and measurement have made great strides, allowing us to work with the investigations department in the construction of an early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and the sources of light continues to be difficult without active threshold manifestations to test against. Additional means of containment and offensive measures against shadows have simply been difficult to develop without an active AWE, though theoretical research continues. Research into threshold suppression techniques is ongoing, with no clear determination regarding their viability possible at this time. The team has been testing counter-frequency projection in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake per mandate, with all findings being sent to Dr. Darling as requested. In summary, 2017 has been a successful year with further promising breakthroughs predicted for 2018. Research mandate, so that was 2017, this is 2020. Before Dr. Darling was lost in the lockdown of the oldest house, he asked the Lakehouse with discovering the nature of the shadow and its ability to convert art into reality. During our diligent research into the phenomena, it has become clear that Darling was not dreaming big enough, which led us to new goal of the Lakehouse and its talented staff to create a stable connection between the Cauldron Lake threshold and our own dimension. I don't know if you want to do that. Threshold traversal has only ever been possible inside the oldest house, occasionally during altered world events, though this is often an involuntary process. The shadow's known attraction to art provides us the perfect opportunity to create the world's first controlled bridge between dimensions that can be safely traversed in either direction. A laboratory will be built on sublevel 5 where experimentation related to linking with the threshold will be performed. This location will take full advantage of our proximity to Cauldron Lake. In this laboratory, we will simultaneously develop machinery that can connect the AWE site in the lake and use the arts as a focal point to create the bridge. Precise methods are yet to be determined, though teams will soon be formed to explore processes involving art as a dimensional anchor, reality manipulative via art, and machine-assisted coupling. Sublevel 5 sounds like a nightmare that I definitely don't want to go to. You know, I think I'll pass. I don't know if I want to go. I think this was hell enough in this place. I'm going in. Hello? Ah, it seems so peaceful in here. Look at all this stuff. So much research. Project Artibus, The Definition of Art, a Study, by Dr. Diana Marmont, PhD. To truly comprehend the threshold... Oh, I was talking. I was just like to help, like, calm you. To truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its cauldron... I'm sorry, I got distracted. We must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is as varied as the range of crafts that fall under that name. To that end, we must open a track of research dedicated to defining and quantifying art, ultimately rendering the concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake threshold affecting reality have centered on writing, Wake 2010, cinematography, is also suspected, though not directly confirmed, Zane 1970. What about other mediums? We will need to test the viability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on, not to mention the myriad of genres and other methods within each medium. This is the same singer that does and it keeps on living forever. That one. I love her voice. Beautiful. And what about the crafts outside the most common artistic expressions? Does any act of creation on a high level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodworking, etc. What about non-physical mediums? Why is music and art and philosophy is not? Does something become art due to its medium, its quality, or perhaps simply through the intent of expression? Or an equation made up of all three? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must each factor reach for the equation to succeed? Clearly, there is much to determine. We must begin with developing a methodology using the vast range of arts and general creative endeavors, both physical and mental, then find a way to test their potential connection to Cauldron Lake's threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma, with many layers to pull away if we are to understand it and ultimately bring it under control. The work will take years. Follow-up report redacted. Action to be taken. Okay, is this just one? On the morning of the musician held at Lakehouse for research. Wait. Link. The musician held at the Lakehouse for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage of the cell from the night before was damaged by electrical interference of the undetermined nature. Known professionally as Blank, has produced a song. Oh, so this singer that's like. Oh, that's kind of interesting. And maybe that explains why her songs were at the end of Alan's in the Dark Place. 60s Res during her time at the Lakehouse was considered very promising research material by Dr. Marmon and Dr. Marmon. Somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. Effort to find were brief, with any wider search considered an unescapable risk to the Lakehouse mandate of confidentiality. Action to be taken. Investigation is currently ongoing as to whether or not the staff of the Lakehouse were involved in the disappearance. An investigation is also ongoing as to whether the subject used a song they created as a means of escape. All material related to work produced by Blank will be stored in the archive for future reference. Online checks for the public reappearance are to be performed weekly. Known web addresses associated in the past. Known addresses with per-utilitarian AWE activity. Interesting. It's definitely the same singer. 10 out of 10 songs. Oh, great. Oh, does it say the password right there? Love that. Hard work. Hard work indeed. Official complaint. Hello, Dr. Marmon. I received your formal complaint about Jules' behavior. He claims he is maliciously keeping research material away from your team, but he says they simply have been misplaced. Oh, you went with it, Mr. Kingston. I understand you're frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If the issues persist at that point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate that issue. Does that sound agreeable? No. Thanny, considering the details on the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writings. We must not endanger our staff. Oh, interesting. Don't pretend like you're worried about them, Jules. You're just looking out for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wake's whatever those may be. The ATDs are producing better and better results. We just need to keep doing work. No, Diana. I'm looking at the page right now. Constant ambulance, out of control, a crack in the Lakehouse. If we continue with this research, we will lose our facility, perhaps more than that. What is the point of succeeding if we are dead? I'm head of research here, and I forbid you from proceeding. You can't forbid anything. You're not going to keep me from the most important work of my life. If you're too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave. Wake's writing to me. You always needed me more than I needed. Damn, that is so sad. Who says that? Letter from Darling. I just received a letter from Darling about requests you made to bring live subjects. What were you thinking? Do you know how that looks? What did he say? Was it approved? No, he refused. You know protocol does not allow for this sort of thing. He says that He will be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon, like we were children. This is very bad for our reputation, Diana. Please, if you have an idea like this, come to me first.
The lake house was underwater. The Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it. A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters. But the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. I know you're here, they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home. Their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
Tomb indeed.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art's score. I'll make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion. Limited food and water, perhaps. An increasingly tight living space.
This is just so inhumane.
This is how Jules lost his subject, though. We need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
How about you just, I don't know, let him leave? Jesus Christ. Like, the further and further I learn about you, even if it's the page affecting you, I feel like there has to be some dark part of you in there. That's all I'm thinking. So now I'm on the other side. Is there anything over here? Man, I don't really like this place at all. It's so creepy. I just want to escape. Anything down here? Nope. I'll pass. Thanks. I'll be on my way. I guess I just go to 5 now. I don't know if I wanna. Nothing else in here though. Oh, okay, I see. I like kind of like the laws of 3 of the other place. Back to normal now. Amount of relief I feel in this is crazy. Okay. God, part of me wants to go back to 2, but honestly, 2 freaks me out a lot. But there's a lot of containers, and I feel like I'm low on stuff, so. Elevator moved again because it's over here now. Oh, I'll go to 2 just to gander and see if If it's too scary, I'll leave and go further down, which I'm sure will be just as scary. But you know. I'm not getting attacked from the side. Again. Damn it, where's...
Gotta find that elevator.
Great. Oh, the elevator's gone again. This is just lovely. If you were an elevator, where would you have gone? It would be in here somewhere, wouldn't it? I hate that noise. I just close my eyes and run forward. It'll be fine. Oh. I'm scared.
He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle.
Sabotage. That was intense.
This doesn't look like Lane's style. A different artist?
Floor by floor. Is that Warland? Dr. Caspian Darling, FPC head of research. To Dr. Mormon's. Something to get you started. I couldn't stop thinking about this new direction for the Lakehouse after I got back to New York. I hope pivoting the researching thresholds, reality, manipulation effect wasn't too much of a shock for you. It seemed like your work on containment was stalling, so I decided you all could use a fresh start. Here's something to get you started. Some drawings made by a certain blank a while back. Files D001. Found and attached. Test for any reaction they may trigger in the shadow. Still don't like how unscientific that name is. You can designate the artist as P6 in your records. Expect regular updates. Go team. P6. I'm trying to think. P6. So pretty. I do like the style.
A light switch cord.
Oh. Wasn't that lovely? The noises in this are horrifying. I'll say that much. Is there anything else in here? What's this? Pull the light switch cord. Oh, yeah. I was like debating which one to do. I'm gonna pull the cord. Why not? Is it the law of 3?
Quick lesson on light switch cords. If you find one, pull it 3
That's
times.
right. Nothing's changed around here though. I kind of like it just like this. Nice and bright and it's nice.
The Ocean View Motel is a dimensional intersection. The doors from the lobby can lead anywhere. But I didn't end up in the lobby this time.
Oh.
Which was definitely unusual.
Don't you love that? If I start going backwards, what'll happen? I'm not allowed to go backwards. So that's what happens. Yoo-hoo. Interesting. This looks like the oldest house. Director trench with interesting swirling.
Panopticon? But the Panopticon is at headquarters. Yeah.
Outside, in a forest, the sun is shining, birds are calling. I feel dirt beneath my feet, a breeze, everything smells like rain. I'm not here, I'm in a forest, sunlight on my face, birds are flying past, leaves are rustling in the wind. In a forest, not here, sunlight, trees are everywhere. Not here, not here. I'm in a forest, the sun is shining. I'm outside in a forest.
P6.
The sun is shining. Birds are calling. I feel dirt beneath my feet. A breeze. Everything smells like rain. I'm not here. I'm in a forest. Sunlight on my face. Birds are flying past. Leaves rustle in the wind. In a forest. Not here. Sunlight. Trees are everywhere. A field of flowers. Not here. Not here. Not here. I'm in a forest. The sun is shining. I'm outside in a forest.
Man,
The sun is shining.
where do I go?
Birds are calling. I feel dirt beneath my feet. A breeze. Everything smells like rain. I'm not here. I'm in a forest. Sunlight on my face. Birds are flying past. Leaves rustle in the wind. In a forest. Not here. Sunlight. Trees are everywhere. A field of flowers.
There is a
Not here. Not here.
definite field there.
The sun is shining. I'm outside.
Hello?
Forest. The sun is shining. Birds are
Hello?
calling. I feel dirt beneath my feet. A breeze. Everything smells like rain. I'm not here. I'm in a forest. Sunlight on my face. Birds are flying past. Leaves rustle in the wind. In a forest.
Oh.
Not here.
I'm in the safe zone.
Trees are everywhere.
Oh, it's gone.
A field of flowers. Not here.
I'm Agent Kieran Estevez, Federal Bureau of Control. Identify yourself.
I'm... It's quiet.
Who are you?
It's been a long time since I've seen anyone.
This is an FBC containment unit. Why is the Bureau detaining you?
I'm where I belong.
Everyone I meet here is either a painting or a paracriminal. There's a sign over there for the Panopticon. The Panopticon's only in New York, in HQ. Is this the oldest house?
I think that's where I am.
So you are inside the oldest house. Is anyone else alive?
I can't.
This is a waste of time. Hey, this is important. FBC headquarters went dark 4 years ago. What exactly happened in there?
We were attacked. No, no, not again. Not yet. No, 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 no.
Hey, stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay. Okay.
Is this Dylan? Like, I'm trying to, like, was he P6? I know Jesse was P7? Wake was, because the P's, they were all possible para-utilitarians, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Ones that would be raised to be the next director.
What attacked the oldest house? I need to know.
Something's changing. Outside. Can you feel it? I can hear it. It's getting worse.
You're scaring
Can't
me.
stay, can you?
Hold on. For one, I need to know if any...
Tell Jesse I tried.
It is him.
I really did.
God, he looks so different. Wow.
Is that really the
Murderer
oldest
and
house?
victim.
Felt wrong somehow.
Oh. What's happened? When's the next control game?
At least my voice is back to normal.
That was crazy. I knew it was him. That was wild. My computer crashed, but I'm back now. What was I doing? Oh, yes. That was crazy. At least the elevator is here. Ugh. I feel so safe in the elevator. I'll take it. It gets to 5. Fine. I thought the elevator was fine. I'm sorry,
Jesus.
Rudolph. God, I literally just said how safe I felt in the elevators.
2, 3.
Sublevel 5.
This place looks like literal hell. Threshold experimentation. Wait, painting. Danger hard hat area, testing in progress. Flammable material, electrical hazard. There's so many warnings here. Watch for forklifts. That's the least of my worries right now in this place. Like they're gearing me up. And I don't like it.
The Marmonts had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold. It was forced. It was unstable.
It was dumb.
Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
Oh, it's him. Oh no, I knew it. I was not expecting that. Which kind of scares me more. Look what it's turned them into. Jesus.
Typical fucking Mormons.
Oh. What happened to this? Oh, as if that hit me.
Why did you idiots think this was a good idea? Where'd she go?
She's right in front of us.
The threshold's about to fracture.
Shoot, woman. Ah! Not one of those. I didn't even know. It came out of nowhere. It was like dunk, 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 and then knocked me down. She's like hitting me at the most odd angles. Oh, like, what was that? She glided towards me. What the heck? She didn't even, she like just like slid backwards and then smacked me. Ah, she just comes out of nowhere. Literally nowhere. She doesn't stun either at all. I was hoping that like maybe the light or the flare would stun her. At least that does. I deserve that dodge in my opinion.
Why did you idiots think this was a good idea?
I don't know how to dodge that attack. It like is just an AoE. Like, do I just need to be out of it or something? I'm honestly not too sure.
The threshold's about to fracture.
Okay. I literally have no idea how to dodge that.
Where'd she go?
Now I know that. Where's the little shit? It's coming after me at some point. Where is it?
Like I needed more problems.
Where is it? Nah. I almost had it. Oh! Nice! I just had to wait for that demon. That was rough. She was terrifying. I guess so.
You know what the Marmonts did to you, to Rudolph Lane. I will do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
The putrid weight he could never wash away!
The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down. The Marmonts are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done.
The pain, it was all over him!
Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
I feel so bad for Rudolph Lane though. It's like where Saga would meet in the overlap almost. But who are we gonna meet?
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of Bright Falls. She watched her team detain Alan Wake and Ilmo Koska, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan Wake!
Oh,
After the threshold event collapsed,
that's how he gets out. Okay. I was like, how does he? Okay.
but for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there. You know, these cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. But the Marmots were monsters way before the Shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
I feel like what happened to Rudolph Lane was actually the most horrible thing ever. Like that, what they did to him was horrible. Was this the song that was playing in Dr. Marmot's office?
We wrote so many things, wrote them for you and me. We're here standing on a precipice. We are ready to take a leap, but that only comes after. For this was the end scene. This was the end of an era. This was the sum of my body of work. When I'll be long gone, you can hold this together, and you can take it or leave it. Everything that comes after, and we'll always have this. All these moments that led us here, all this joy and these heartaches, they're woven into our very fabric. No one can take that away from us. The journey that brought us here. The journey that made us who we are. The journey that brought us here.
I like this song.
From this vantage point, with my third eye open now, I choose to look back and see you've come so far. Yes, we had it all, and if nothing comes after, if the signal's lost along the way, we had a good run, gave birth to this universe. You can never come back here to this ledge to remember.
Her voice reminds me a lot of Evanescence.
All ended here to raise a toast on this sunken shore. And if there ever comes more, you can still choose to say your goodbyes. So dream of more at your will. I'm just a memory that has moved on. journey that brought us here. The journey that brought us here.
Damn. That was a good one. Well, now we know.
I gave Ed Booker a ride back to town, told him never breathe a word about this. Didn't even bother detaining him, bigger fish to fry. And,
It was just
that's
an
it.
acting thing, remember?
So if you were thinking, Jesus, this lady's an asshole. Well, now you know why. You've only seen one case like this. I've seen a career's worth.
Damn. And she lost her
I
whole
was just
team
trying
there
to spare
too.
you the headache.
That was really cool. I like that. Like that you just ask her and then she gives it in her party. That's really cool. I really, really enjoyed that. Wow. Well, I'm calling this one here. It looks like we are on to the end of the game. I'm very stressed. That DLC was horrifying, but it was also really interesting to see, especially that part like near the end with Jesse's brother Dylan. It seemed like he had still been contained for so long. I don't know. I feel like that was setting up for a Control 2, which I am all for. But man, those like it had those flashes of different frames. It almost looked like New York, but kind of like if you've seen Doctor Strange, the one world that he can be in, that place, it kind of looked like that. What the Marmons did was horrible. Them going when HQ goes quiet and them just deciding to kidnap artists and experiment on them, and just the inhumane things they did. Like it, the more you kept reading on and on about them, it's just hard to feel bad about them getting taken, you know, victims of their own demise because of what they brought here and what they caused, knowing full well what would happen because of the pages sent to them warning them. Who knows, maybe Alan sent those pages being like, hey, you know, stop. Like you gotta calm down. And I feel like it was so sad seeing Rudolph Lane just completely crack under all of this. That was truly horrible. It makes you wonder like how much the writing that Wake does changes people. For the most part, it seems like they have to have that part in them, similar to how things have to somewhat be true. It has to use truths that are already somewhat there. And they definitely had that darkness in them. But I will see you guys in the next part. Huge thanks to all my patrons. Have a nice night, everyone.